Hey, good morning. How you all are doing today? I hope you're commanding the day, doing your meditation, being the best version of self. Yes, this is what we have to do, right? Every morning, because we are here, we are alive, and we give God praise and thanks to keep us and have us here for another day. All right? So here now, we are in the last month of December, right? And what we doing? What are we doing? Are we going over to 2026 with the same attitude, the same mindset, the same friends, the same people who brought us down, who dig us up, who, when I say dig up, dig up your business, dig up all in your business, they knows all in your business, and they're spreading rumors about you, they're calling your name and this and that. Are we going forward with those friends? We had to drop them off, We had to drop off these people, drop off the things that distress us this year. We're not going into 26 with no kind of problem or misery. We're not going into 26 with that. You understand? Especially the friends who real treat you bad. Who real, damage your character. And then they want to come back and talking to you, to be friends with you again. What? To finish the job? No. We have to be mindful of where we put in ourselves and who we entertaining. Right? We're not going with that for 2026, 2026 is a brand new year. Despite of the world looking dismal, because I'm feeling the heaviness all around. You understand? I've seen it on the faces of people. People looking tired, worn out, weary. It's like they themselves know where to turn. Especially when I go to the groceries or Walmart. You've seen it on the faces. They have to watch what they're buying. They can't just take up just so I can just buy and shop like a crazy person. So there's a lot of stuff going on. So with that lot of stuff going on, we have to maintain ourselves too. And we have to know who is coming in our corner to add positively to ourselves. We have to know who is coming in our corner to add positive vibes. We don't want no negative vibes. We already went through this year with so much negative stuff, negative people, negative things happening. People throw your name under the, under the bus. They throw you under the bus. They call your name all over the place. They do all sorts of things. And this is for people who went through really rough settings this year. From people, family, friends, whoever. This is what I'm talking about. So we have to know who is riding with us for 26. We have to know who is standing with us. We're not just going just so and open up ourselves to people, open up ourselves to relationship, open up to things that don't work for us. We have to be real careful, right? Especially when it comes to dating. We're not doing that. As women, we're not opening up ourselves because what? We're lonely and we want somebody? No, you don't do that. You have to trust God, ask God, hey, Lord Father, is that person right with me? Let God give you the answer. Don't rush into anything that you will end up sorry for. 2026 coming, right? So we got to turn up and change up, right? Even me, I have to do some soul searching, do things different. You understand? Because we didn't want to end back in the same problem again, right? So we had to try to use our cabeza, head. That is what the Spanish word for it is. We have to use that and think wisely and move smart. You understand? Especially where money is concerned. How we spending? How we doing things? Right? Are we spending while? Are we cutting back? What are we doing? What are we cutting back on? Right? So, what it is you're doing? What it is you're doing? What it is you're doing? You understand? Sit back and think about it. Make a list. Make a list. The distractors. You're on your journey going and people coming to disturb your peace. They coming to distract you, run you off course. 2026, you ain't going through that, You ain't going through that for 2026. No, you ain't going through that. You're making a list. Making a list. And you're crossing out too. Crossing out the ones who you're not riding with. Negative. Who is negative. You want positive vibes. Positive vibes. The place done negative already. And you could feel it. And you could see it. Right? So you want to keep yourself in a positive frame, right? I know you say, boy, that's not so easy to do, you know. That's not so easy to do. Hey, if you want to fight for self, you will do what it takes to fight for self, right? Because self in drowning, in the melee, in the pot, in the mess. Self not doing that, all right? So you're winning for self and you're running the race for self. Yeah, you have to do that. So 2026, make your list. Make your list. The bad vibes, the bad vibrations. You ain't taking that with you. That's stopping right there. You're not picking up anything that is not worth your peace. You have to fight for peace. You have to fight what is worth for your peace. Anything that is not worth your peace, leave it right there by the bus stop or the taxi stand. Leave it right there. You're not gathering up and taking up any unnecessary baggages. No, you're not doing that. I'm not doing that, right? I'm not taking up no baggages that will weigh on my back and make me fall, that I can't get back up. You understand? I went through too much of that, and you must have went through a lot of that too. Picking up people's baggages, and sometimes it weighing you down, and they see it weighing you down, and them stand up there watching it weigh you down, and them having a good time. Yeah? You want to help. Nothing wrong in helping, no, but you have to choose wisely who you're helping and what you're doing to help. You have to choose wisely, right? You have to choose wisely, because 2026 coming. Me and saying make resolution. Some people believe in the resolution and whatnot. I don't do it. I used to make it, but I never kept up with it. You know, so you have to be real, like, committed, you know, to keep up with your resolution that you make, right? So what I do, I say, you know what? I just working towards getting things done. And that's what I did, right? Just working towards getting things done. So, 2026, what your list look like? Is it a big list? Is it a small list? Write it down. Write it down and exit out. Things that you ain't carrying over to 2026. Right? Things that you don't want stressing you for 2026. Write it down. Yeah. Make a list. Right? Because you don't want to go over and over again and going through the same stuff. Right? Relationship, friendship, whatever. Marriage, you're having problems, seek counseling. Do what you can to save your marriage. And if you feel it can't work, write it down. Write it down. Write it down. Right? Work hard at keeping marriages together. But if you see where it's dangerous or if it's not working out, pray and ask God to show you the way. Right? I'm not saying to go and get a divorce. But if you know it's mentally stressing you, do the next best thing. Right? Ask God, seek Him, get the answer from Him. You understand? But don't stay, whether if it's friendship, don't stay and say, okay, you know what? You know what, that happened, man. I forgive and I want to move on and da-da-da-da-da. No. Sometimes people ain't change, you know. They still have the agenda and they won't stop until you down on the ground. You understand? It has some people set out to destroy other people. Destroy the mind, the mental focus, destroy them completely. No matter what it takes, they don't care. They will come after you. Come after you. All right? And you might think that person is a good person. Like we just say, you're playing dead to catch Cobra alive. That's a talk we just say. You know? You're watching the person, you know what they're up to. But you're playing dead. You know? And you're just there. You're set to catch them in the act. Yeah? You just have to do that sometime, you know. But anyway, make the list. Make the list, write it down, see what is the positives, see what is the negative, because you ain't going to 2026 with the negative baggages, the negative stuff, the negative. You're cleaning it out. You're cleaning it out. And sometimes it could be us too. Even me, you know, you clean out self, clean out your mind, clean out your inside with thoughts. Sometimes thoughts creep up, you know. Some thoughts does come in your mind just so, and then you know, you're going back into a phase of sadness, bitterness, anger when you think about something that offended you and hurt you. So it's real stuff. You had to real work on self, you know. You had to real work on self and write down stuff. You know, you had a real fight because the battle is in that mind. That mind always battling, like I always say. you know. So you had to fight 2026. See what is the good and the bad. Separate. Do what you can to please you. At the end of the day, you are fighting for you. No, nobody is fighting for you. So you had to stand up and fight for yourself. You had to fight. God is there with you, but you had to do the work. You had to do the work. All right? So let's do it together. Let's be good stewards and write down that list. All right? So take care of yourself. Command your day. Cover yourself and your family before you leave the house. Because when you step outside, you're stepping into the real world. And like I always say, let the rays of the sun shine through your heart, that it bring joy, peace, and love to others. Okay? So be good stewards. Be the best version of self. And let's write that list for 2026. Let's do the ins and outs. And the do's and don'ts. And the yes and the no's. All right? Take care. Bye for now. And have a great weekend. Have a great weekend. The weekend is here. Do something nice. Although it's cold and freezing, keep warm. All right? And have a blessed day. Command your day. Command it to how you want to see it. Okay? Be good to yourself. Bye for now.